In today's video, we will take out the fender for 2023 Honda Civic. First, we will lift up the parking brake, then we will lift up the car. I am using a four-wheeler jack to lift up the car, so I don't really need to pull up the handbrake. But if you're using the regular jack that comes with the car, you must lift up the parking brake, otherwise the car will fall apart. If you haven't already, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Now let's jump into the process. We will turn the tire to make our life easy, and we will attack on the mudguard first by taking out the screw using a Phillips screwdriver. We'll also take out the screw at the bottom. Here I'm using a gun, it makes the process much faster. Third screw is right beside, so we'll also need to take that out. With 3 screws out, there you have your mudguard taken out. Now we have to take out the clips behind the mudguard. Here I'm using a door upholstery remover. There is no right or wrong process to it. Try on your left and on the right of the clip itself until you take the clip out. There we took out the clip. Similar approach, we'll take out the top clip as well. Second clip also out. Now take out the third clip, which is right on top. With 3 clips out, notice there is still something holding the fender liner from underneath. Turns out there's a screw that also needs to be taken out. We'll also need to take out the clip which is right besides that screw. There we were able to push the fender liner. Also, removing the plastic cover inside is part of the process. We will keep pushing the fender liner up until to the very end of the other side. Notice we reach to a clip that needs to be taken out. Once you've taken out the clip right there, you actually need to take out a screw right here. Actually, both of them are one spots. Because of the accident, this bumper has came out. But you need to take out the clip or screw from this point. And once you've taken out this clip and this screw, then you need to take out another screw which is hidden right here. Let me just show you that screw. That is how that screw looks like, and you will take it out using a Phillips screwdriver. In my case, it's shaped in an awkward position due to an accident, but in your case, it should be a straightforward screw. Screw is out. Once you've taken out a screw from there, then taking out a clip and then taking out another screw. After all of this, only then you have to slightly pull the bumper from the edge. Once you have pulled the bumper, then you would notice there is a 10mm screw that needs to be taken out. Here I'm using an impact gun with a 10mm socket, but you can also use a round head ratchet with a 10mm socket. Now notice there is one screw that is going all the way at the very end along with the fender. It's actually behind this windshield washer bottle. So how you would take it out is you have to push this fender liner. Just keep holding the fender liner like this to have some sort of room. And then there's that screw right there. You take it out using a 10mm wrench. One way this process will become easy if you take out the clip right there at the very end. If I take this clip out, I will be able to push the fender liner a little further, and this will give us more room. There's that clip that I'm taking out to make my life a little more easy. Notice we did take that clip out. Now we are able to push this fender liner a little more further and creating more room, because that is a damn tight spot right there. Now I'm trying to punch in the wrench. Notice my wrench is a little L-shaped because it suits this specific position. Make sure you have a wrench something like that. I'll be honest with you guys, this screw did take me a while to take it out. It's just because of its positioning. Like behind the windshield washer bottle, this screw shouldn't be there at the very first place, in my opinion. Finally, we were able to take that screw out. Right where we took that screw out, there's actually a harness being connected with that part of the fender. That also needs to be taken out. Here, I'm using a door upholstery remover to pull the bracket of that harness that's connected with the fender. There we were able to pull the bracket out. Moving forward, underneath the rocker panel, there are some clips that we need to remove or take out. In my case, I'm only removing 2 clips, and I think that would be enough. Now we open the door. Using a plastic trim remover tool, I'll try to make some room on the top part of the rocker panel, and then I will use a slightly thicker trim remover tool to push the brackets of the rocker panel itself. Notice there I was able to push this bracket. Now I would do the same at the very first bracket on the front of the rocker panel. I pushed the plastic trim remover tool first to make some room, and once I got enough room, then I inserted the metal door upholstery remover to push the bracket right there. and there we were able to pull it out as well. We pulled 2 brackets so far. Now we will also pull the 3rd bracket as well to make some more room. Seems like the 3rd bracket is also pulled out. So in total we took out 3 brackets, or clips you call, and I think that should be enough to move forward with the process. Notice in the same position on top there's one 10mm screw that also needs to be taken out. With the screw taken out, we are done with this part and we will close the door. While pulling the rocker panel down, I noticed there is still something holding onto the rocker panel, and I noticed behind the fender liner there is this bracket that needs to be pushed. Here I'm using pliers to push that bracket outwards. Now the rocker panel is pulled out. We'll try to pull down the rocker panel as much as we can to make enough room in order to take out that 110mm screw right there. Now you would realize all of those clip removing process for the rocker panel was to take out just this one screw. Once the screw is out, notice the fender is still firm for some reason. It's actually attached with some sort of glue. You just need to push the fender a little outwards to make it a little free. And there the fender loses its grip. Now we will jump onto the top part and we'll take out one screw connecting the headlight with the fender. Then take out the screw which is right besides, followed by taking out the 3rd screw towards the windshield side. Just a small update, you may have to take this plastic cover out in your case. In my case, due to an accident, this plastic cover already pulled out. But make sure you take this plastic cover out in your case. On top of the headlight, we will also take out 2 clips using door upholstery remover. The 3rd clip is covered a little bit underneath the molding. Make sure you take out that clip as well. 3 clips are removed. Now we will try to pull the cover outwards. Make sure you also lift up the tab of the headlight because it is holding on to the fender. All the clips and screws are taken out. Now we will try to wiggle the fender from all over until it loses its grip. Here again we had to lift up the tab for the headlight because it was holding on to the fender. Once that part is out, it was just stuck with the windshield water bottle side. With a little bit of rock and roll, there we were able to pull out the fender completely. If this video helps you in any way, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. Here are the list of tools used for this takeout.